Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today in this particular video, we will be going to discuss the most commonly and confusing question asked in almost all SQL interviews. Yes, you are right. This video will be based on ranking functions. Many of you might have struggled when someone asks a problem statement based on ranking functions, right? And we become confused like which one to use and how to use. In this particular video, basically it will get answered all your queries. So stay tuned and please subscribe to my channel if not already done yet, as I will be coming up with a lot more useful content. So without wasting any time, let's get started. So over here, let me just quickly explain you the data set which we have, and then like what is the problem statement and how we can basically approach this kind of problem statement, right? So over here, like basically it had been provided, and as part of this particular problem statement, it's mentioned over here, like after a new user creates an account and start watching videos, the user ID, video ID, and the date watched are getting captured in the database, right? So basically, as we can see, the very first column is user ID, like next column is video ID, and we are having watch time as well, right? Now, as part of this particular problem, we have to figure out, or we have to find the top three videos most users have watched at their first three videos, right? So basically, let's say, over here, basically, we have to break this down problem into different parts, right? So first of all, we have to find top three videos, right? And those top three videos should be their first three videos, right? And then for sure, we have to basically output this in the form of video ID, number of times that particular video had watched, right? So in that particular output, basically the output will contain video ID and the count of basically videos which had been watched by that particular user, right? So since over here, like we have to figure out, or we have to find top three, or like basically we have to rank some videos over here. So for sure, we will be going to use ranking functions to solve this particular problem, right? So basically, that is the basic idea which we can get from this particular problem. As we have to fetch top three, or like let's say top five or top two. So for that, for sure, we have to basically solve this particular problem using ranking functions, right? So yeah, over here, since we have to basically find like uh, users and like videos, and they are basically at what time they have watched. So let me just quickly select all the relevant columns which had been used to solve this particular problem. So for that, I'm using user ID, right? And I will use video ID as well, right? So user ID and video ID. And basically on top of this, I will basically do a ranking, right? So for that, simply the very first ranking function we have is like row number, right? Simply we have to basically align indexes for top three videos, right? So for that, I'm using row number, right? Over what? Partition by what? Basically for each user we have to basically take like top three videos, right? So I'm using partition by user ID, right? And for what we have to basically order it on, right? So like the first three videos which a particular user had watched, those should be the top three, right? So since we have to basically take first three videos, so I have to order it up based on the watch time, or like watched at column, right? So for that, I will use order by uh, watched at, right? And I will basically give this as alias as rank, right? Now let me just run this, and let me just keep the original table as well, so that like we can come each time we can compare it with the resultant output which we are getting, right? Okay. So now let me just run this, and we will be able to see like what is the output. So over here, as you can see, we got user ID, we got video ID, and we got these rankings, right? Now, what we have to basically take, we have to take like those videos whose count is basically, or like who like which are top three, right? So for that, what I will do, I will basically create this as a CTE. So with let's say ranked videos as, and this will be my first CTE, right? Now from this, what I will do, select star, my bad. Okay, select star from ranked videos, right? Now, what we have to do basically, we have to take video ID, and for each video ID, we have to basically count the number of occurrences, right? So we have to basically count the number of occurrences for this particular video, right? So I will to count star, and this I can give this as alias as watch count, right? Because like number of times, like how many number of times basically I watched that particular video, right? And since basically the rank for like over here, our video should be first three, right? So basically I have to filter this out based on this rank, right? So for that I will use rank less than or equal to 3, right? Because we have to basically take the top three videos only, or first three videos basically, right? And since I'm basically doing aggregation over here, so I will use group by. So group by video ID. Now let me just run this once again, and we will be able to see we got like a watch count for each video, right? So over here, as we can see, we are having video ID 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we are having watch count as well, right? Let me just order this up with respect to order by video ID. Okay. So now let's run this once again. Yeah. So over here, as we can see, video ID 1, or one second, video ID, uh, cool. Yeah. So over here, as we can see, basically video ID 1 is having watch count 2, video ID 2 is having watch count 7, and video ID 3 is also having watch count 7, right? Similarly, video ID 4, 8 having watch count 8, and video ID 5 is having watch count 4, right? Now, basically, like what had been asked in this particular problem, we have to take top three videos, right? And with respect to those top three videos, we have to basically take like first three videos which that particular user had watched, right? And like out of that, we have to basically take top three videos, right? So over here, as we can see, like these are like 5 videos, right? So from there, like from this particular list, I can basically fetch what based on watch count top three, right? So based on watch count, my top three will be these, right? Or like these, because seven is redundant over here. So basically, like my video two will also get qualified, right? But over here, as we can see, video ID 2 and video ID 3 is having a tie over here, right? So basically, wherever we are having tie, which means like this row number is not able to solve that particular problem, right? But since like basically we have to solve this problem in a generalized way, so over here, like we got like a video ID, and based on that, like watch count based on that particular video ID, right? But with respect to this, like my problem is not getting solved, right? Because there is a tie over here, and with respect to that tie, I'm getting more number of records, right? So in order to basically solve this particular problem further, what I will do, I will basically use another ranking function with respect to this, right? So for that, let me just quickly put this in another CTE. So I will use this as, let's say, top three videos, right? And this will be my CTE. Let's remove order by because we are solving this further, right? And what I will do, I will basically take select star from top three videos, right? And what I will do basically, on top of this, I will put another ranking function, right? So basically, since we are having a like tie over here, so I will use dense rank, right? Because dense, like what dense rank will do, it will basically like align this number which is basically getting like having tied. Basically, it will put like same rank for that particular watch count, right? So let me just quickly show you like what we have to do over here. So for that, I will use video ID, right? And with respect to that, I will use watch count as well. Let me just copy it from here. Okay. And with respect to this, I will use dense rank, right? Over, and for that, I will take order by, because over here we are having a single window. So I won't use partition by, I will use order by. Order by what? Order by watch count, right? That too in descending, right? And this will be my ranking, right? And yeah, so now let me just run this and we'll show you how our output will look like. So yeah, over here, as we can see, so like video ID 4 is having 8 as a watch count. Similarly, video ID 2 is having 7, 3, 7, 5, 4, and 1, 2, right? Now, with respect to row number, right? So basically, this was my output with respect to row number, right? But since we are having tie over here, so this particular problem is statement is incomplete, right? So basically, the solution which we will be providing with respect to row number, that would be incomplete, right? And the reason for that is, as we can see, when we are using dense rank over here, so basically the ranking which we are getting with respect to dense rank, so we are have so for this video ID 1, we are having ranking as 4, right? But as part of this particular problem statement, we have to basically fetch top 3 videos, right? So over here, like with respect to row number, like since row number is a basically provided the series of numbers or indexes of numbers, so that's why we were getting the entire output for that, right? But for this, like for dense rank, basically it's basically taking care of all these duplicate or redundant values as well, right? So for this, now what I will do, I will basically fetch, or I will basically filter out all those records where ranking is less than or equal to 3, right? So for that, what I will do, let's take this as another CTE. I know like there are so many CTEs, but just to make our solution cleaner, I will use like, I'm basically creating all these CTEs, right? So top 3, let's say with ties, right? And this will be my CTE, right? Uh, and let's select star from top 3 ties, right? And what we will basically do, I will select video ID, right? Watch count, right? And yeah, that's it. And I will basically take or like filter out. So where ranking ranking is less than equal to 3, right? And we have to order this up as well, right? So that like our output should look cleaner. So I'm basically ordering it up at watch count, right? And that too is descending, right? So basically what we are doing over here, we are basically fetching all those records whose ranking is less than or equal to 3. Now let me just run this once again, and you guys will be able to see like this time we got just 4 videos, right? But with respect to row number, we were getting 5 videos, right? Or like basically count of videos was 5 over here, right? So now let me just quickly explain this problem to you once again, and then probably we will wrap it up. So over here, basically what we are using row number, we are using row number to basically rank it up, right? For each user and each video, right? Now, and as in part of this particular problem, we have to find like fetch just first 3 videos, right? So for that, I am like in the second CTE, what I'm doing is basically I'm counting all the videos which had been watched, right? And with respect to that, I am basically limiting it up at rank less than equal to 3, right? Because we have to take first 3 videos, right? Then, as we saw in the output of this row number, we were getting like more than 3, like basically the ranking of the redundant value was not getting properly allocated as part of the output, right? So in order to basically deal with the duplicate ranks or like a duplicate watch count, we have to basically take dense rank, or let's say rank into consideration, right? So for that, I'm using dense rank over here, right? And with respect to dense rank, what we can see, we are basically getting like the redundant record or the redundant watch count is also getting qualified over here and we are getting just those watch counts which are basically having ranking less than or like basically top three ranking in this particular case, right? So yeah, guys, that's all from my side. I hope you got to learn something new from this particular problem statement. And now, like post this particular problem, I hope like your like doubts for ranking functions might have cleared, right? So yeah, that's all from my side. Thank you, one and all. Have a great day ahead. Bye bye.